I feel like being an entrepreneur used to be something cool. We grew up listening to all these stories from Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. 10 years ago, at least for me, it was like a cool thing. It was like so in being an entrepreneur. And I grew up in Los Angeles and in Guadalajara, and I even had my little lemonade stands. I used to sell these little Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I remember one summer, my mom asked me to, help her with house errands and whatnot. And I asked her if she could buy me a motorcycle. I was 14 years old. Just like a little scooter with a motor, right? And she said, well, if you want that scooter, you ought to, work and do something about it. And I figured, well, maybe I can start selling some cards, but I realized I wasn't good enough like selling these cards, but I tried. And then I got a job at a grocery store. Like when people came into the store and they needed help with their little carts. And I used to put their foods in bags. And in Mexico, you call these little workers cerillitos. So I was a cerillito for a while. For about 2 months, I did not spend any dime on what I was making. I gathered about $500 back then. It was like $500 to $600 just by helping other people. And I bought my scooter by my own. And I will never forget how, one little idea can become reality when you put in the time and effort. But that has nothing to do with entrepreneurship though. But it has to do with a will and with the value of work. So that taught me lots of lessons. Later on in life, I decided to start a recording studio in my hometown. And 10 years ago, as I said, being an entrepreneur was sexy. It almost sounded like something that was meant for cool people. You build an e-commerce, or you start, selling beats online, or you start with your recording studio, whatever. And I had so many friends trying out businesses, and it used to be a cool thing. And now it seems to me like it's so overvalued. It's not what it used to be before. But in reality, it has never been sexy to build a business. Building a business takes a lot of effort, time, many hours in the office or with clients. You may have missed some important family meetings or some meetings with friends, whatever. But that's what it takes to build an actual successful business, and it just takes time. So what I learned talking to a friend a couple minutes ago is that isn't it great, when you find someone who can actually tell a good story? Because that's ultimately the goal when it comes to building a business. You have a problem, you find a way to solve that problem efficiently, you stand out from other competitors. So what you're doing is valuable, right? And that's why people pay you. But when you bring these solutions with a good story, now that's when you connect with other people, and that's when it becomes interesting. And now everybody has a cell phone. We all have access to internet with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot. And I think it's a great opportunity to grasp what it really takes to build a business and harness the power of communicating through social. So that to me is just mind-blowing. The fact that I can record this video, post it online, and potentially have thousands of people react to it. I mean, that's just think about that. Like, we're literally communicating through the past and future. If someone from Spain sees this video 7 hours ahead of me, they're actually looking into the past. And I'm talking to people into the future. So that's just mind-blowing. All I want to say is, if you have an idea and you want to build a business, just take in mind it takes time and it takes a lot of effort. And it's also good to know, and it's obvious, but it's good to say, you better have a good product. You better have a good service. Like, you better have something valuable. But you should also take in mind, it's a good practice being able to communicate those ideas, to reach out to more people, but more importantly, to inspire others. I think that's the ultimate goal, inspire others. And I would ask, why would you want to inspire others? And I think the simplest answer to that is because I want this to be a better world. When I leave, I want this to be a better world for everybody. In my small community, I think I can make an impact. And if I can do it through my stories, well, then that's great. I hope you take something good out of this video. My name is Victor. And if you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. All right. Peace.